Ladies and gentlemen, we have been working all day, and now it's after work. I'm Joe, this is the After Work Show, and we're going to talk about today Nintendo doubling up their production on the Nintendo Switch. Now, if you're one of the lucky 1.5 million people, I use the quotations loosely because that was, estimated. It's not confirmed as far as I've seen, and at the time of this recording. But the 1.5 million Nintendo Switches that were sold, then you're not out of luck yet. There's going to be more Nintendo Switches coming. This is all leading up to what I have said in numerous videos beforehand, that Nintendo took it slow. They did the initial 2 million or so Nintendo Switches. They sold those to get a good end of the quarter numbers, and it looks like for this next fiscal year that they're doing, which starts April 1st and goes through to the following March 31st of 2018, they're going to be doubling up what they originally were going to forecast for the Nintendo Switch, which is insane. So they originally projected that they were going to do 8 million Nintendo Switches by the end of their next fiscal year. They're doubling that up, more than likely due to the response of the Nintendo Switch and how well received it has actually been, minus a lot of YouTube videos going out of Nintendo Switch docks breaking their Switch screens or scratching them, and Joy-Cons not syncing up to the Switch. With that said, Nintendo Switch is doing really well. I've had positive experiences with them as well, and I've had my downsides as well. You guys can see that in those other videos, and this is great news because there's people out there, shout out to Where's Barry, looking for a Nintendo Switch, and they might be able to get it. So I just want to read this quick blurb real quick from Luke Riley of IGN, and it's about Nintendo plans double Switch production. Nintendo is doubling down on the Switch, according to sources speaking to Wall Street Journal. On account of strong demand, the company reportedly now plans to manufacture at least 16 million consoles over the fiscal year, like I said, starting April 1st, twice its initial plan. So we've got Nintendo's got games lined up. They have Mario Kart 8, and they have them spread out too, which is going to be my guess on how they're going to plan out the droves of consoles that they're going to release at a time. I still think they're going to do that limited quantity of Nintendo Switches, and they're going to dole them out based on releases of games, which is still a smart thing to do. So you've got Mario Kart 8 is there. I'm strictly going based on AAA titles right now for Nintendo based games, not third party or indie based games, just Nintendo specific. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, April. Splatoon 2, you've got sometime in the summer, so I'm going to guess it might be a little after E3, late June, early July. They've done August release games before, but I would imagine this is like the perfect summer game to play, so you want to get this early in the summer. Then you have Fire Emblem Warriors, which, again, it's a Bandai Namco initiative, but I still count that as a Nintendo game because Intelligent Systems is still very much a part of that. And so you get that in fall, and then you have Mario Odyssey in late fall. I'm guessing that's got to be a November game. And that's where you're gonna get the lead up to all your holiday Nintendo Switch consoles and whatnot. So I think those are going to be the four games where you're going to see Nintendo Switches sold like in bulk. Like they're gonna ramp up consoles being delivered to retailers during those four particular times. So keep an eye out for those releases. Your best chances of getting a Nintendo Switch are definitely going to be within those four releases and towards the end of the year for sure. And then they'll probably, there's going to be trickles of consoles in between that. Following Nintendo for a long time, you kind of get used to what their ammo is. And I don't think they're just going to go, boom, here you go. It's not going to be a Wii U situation this time around, it seems like, where you saw Wii U's available right after launch day easily. I think this is going to be a case where we may find ourselves in another Wii situation where it's going to be very controlled, and you still might not be able to have a hard time, have an easy time finding them, but they're going to be available. And if you follow the release dates of their major titles that are coming out this year, that's going to be your best bet on getting a Switch console. So, guys, let me know what you think about the news of this doubling up of consoles. Do you think there's anything else that Nintendo might be potentially releasing this year? E3's coming up. Do you think there's any other games that they're going to announce that are from Nintendo, specifically Smash Brothers, a Pokemon game for the console that's for the first time that might be a main story thing? Possibly. I mean, the possibilities are literally endless right now. I said literally wrong. I know that. I am sorry. I will never do that again. That's a lie too. Is there anything coming up in E3 that you guys would think would warrant this doubling up in production of Nintendo Switches, other than just the fact that it sold really well and the demand is there for the console? Let me know in the comments down below. This was just a short little video for you guys that I thought was really interesting, and I know I'm late on a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more on time with these things, but I'm gonna try my best to make sure that I am on time with certain news topics, or as close to the date. I like to give myself a day or two, but I know I'm like a week behind on a lot of this Nintendo Switch news, so I'm trying to catch up for you guys. I've got the Q&A that you guys have been asking for. I've got my qualms with the Nintendo Switch that I also posted up in a nice format of how we can make Nintendo Switch better. And you know, this news here and my Nintendo Switch review, and there's going to be more videos. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you would like to hear me talk about regarding the Nintendo brand itself, please leave them in the comments down below. I've also got a full playlist of Breath of the Wild from all this main story stuff, so that's going to be a playlist. I'll leave it I'll leave all that stuff in the description down below, but I'll also leave cards right here. This is the time where, you know, I'm going to stand in center real stiff, and you've got, you know, if you enjoy my channel and you like what you see here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, Breath of the Wild playlist, also Shovel Knight playlist, and whatever I put here. So guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. With that, take care. Love y'all.